car. That'll be Andrew Yoder out of Middleburg, PA.
Yeah, that do not pay any attention to the Max Blair, Brendan Smith, and the other stuff that was there on the screen. Lights out. Here we go. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Who are you picking?
Let's go to Ben real quick. Ben Shelton, who you got your eyes on in this 40-lap main event?
RTJ from the Victory Fuel Pole.
Way to go out on a limb. Yeah, he is. Who you got, James? I know you.
Garrett
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it. Tim McCready.
Is that who you're picking?
Yep, he's been good lately, man, and I think he gets it done from the outside front row. And we're about to find out how right or wrong we are. As the yellow light's been turned off, they're going to go green in the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone for 40 laps. Ricky Thornton Jr. on the pole, and Tim McCready on the outside.
10,000 to win, national championship points on the line. RTJ looking for his 14th win of the year in the Lucas Oil Series, and the reigning topless 100 winner. Tim McCready's going to take the lead down the back straight and win the Rocket One.
Tim McCready, you mentioned it, the winner 1 week ago in the topless 100 at Batesville Speedway. He is going to lead him off corner number 4. He'll be officially scored as the leader at the scoring loop at the end of lap number 1. RTJ second, Devin Moran third, Garrett Alberson fourth. Max Blair rounds out the top 5.
Slow down much, has it, buddy? I think going in, it's fast. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out on the racetrack.
And we got a piece of debris on the inside of the speedway coming off corner number 4.
So we got 1 lap in, DJ. So McCready will be out in front. Not sure if that's
just
whose car that is. It's just a piece of plastic with Bob's circles.
Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I was going to say Chris Madden, I saw him on the way over to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. And I said, what do you think about it? He said, I'll let you know in a little bit. He said, we went totally different than everybody else on tires. Everybody's got a 4 on the right rear, obviously. As I understand it, pretty much everybody else went with 2s on the other corners, and they went with 3s. So we'll keep an eye on the 20 RT, perhaps a little bit different tire choice for that team here tonight. I also asked Chris Madden, how are you settling into the crew chief role? And he goes, it's a work in progress. So a veteran driver, it's hard to watch the cars go in circles, but you got to think that's going to be a really potent team before it's all said and done.
He's won twice with Thornton now. 1 lap in the books, DJ, officially. So it'll be McCready, Thornton, Moran, Alberson, Blair. Your top 5.
So you mentioned it, get it 1 lap in the book, so 1 is scored, 39 to go. And again, a different format this year, James. They toyed with the format here a few years. It was a 3-day show for a few years. They went to a 2-day show, I think starting last year. They ran a double feature format last year on Friday. This year they decided, you know what, we'll put maybe a little more money in the driver's pockets. 1 complete show, actually paying a full purse, full $10,000 purse here tonight. No bearing on tomorrow's show, so the drivers can come and go as they please, and then a full $50,000 to win main event here tomorrow night.
We usually don't talk about Todd Steel Building's hard charger after 1 lap. Mason Ziegler is up 4 spots in 1 lap from 14th to 10th in the 25Z.
Well, at that rate, he'll be at the lead in just a couple more laps.
Yes, sir.
By that simple math, that works, guys. Hey, another note, Tim McCready, obviously, Batesville had one of the biggest cushions I've seen on Saturday night in a while last week. As that racetrack, they really did a good job of getting ready for the main event. Another fast racetrack. We know those Rockets like the fast racetracks. How much is the 1.2 like the top side of the racetrack? If he wins this, he'll have a clean sweep of the night.
That's right. He set the All-Star Performance fast time. He grabbed the in Group B. It was the overall quick qualifier. It was quickest in Group B, and he grabbed the win. Back in Simpson Race Products heat race number 4, and now the Rocket One is out front. And there you see Ricky Thornton Jr., your second place cars, chosen the outside lane on this restart. Devin Moran goes inside as the drone falls him down the back straightaway. James, they'll go green this time in the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone. 1 lap in the books, 39 laps remaining.
The Durham-powered Rocket One XR 1.2 at the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Green is back out. Again, this is 40 laps, 1 in the books into turn 1. Moran's going to throw it in the bottom. Devin will keep distance between himself and Thornton down the back straightaway. And no, they got squeezed there to Thornton as Max Blair, by the way, up to 4th. Alberson to the outside. Now Moran will take a look at McCready off of turn 4, DJ.
Alberson's got a good run there. You see him on the outside of the racetrack. Going to try to reclaim that 4th spot from Max Blair. He'll do so at the scoring loop. And you got a battle up front for the lead. Devin Moran down to the inside of Rocket One. Rocket One, they're going to power down the back straightaway with Tim McCready behind the wheel. Here comes Devin Moran. Back down to the inside through turns 3 and 4. 3 laps in the books. McCready stays out front.
It's smoothed out a little bit as well as they enter turn number 1. Moran on the bottom, McCready through the middle, then Then you have Thornton on the bottom. Here comes Hudson O'Neal down the back straightaway, a former winner here. He won here a year ago, the 50K to win. Alberson runs in 5th, and Max Blair is 6th. I'll tell you, this track is fast. Can you imagine it for 10,000 tonight, 50K tomorrow night, and right now McCready still leads into turn 2. And McCready slows.
Oh!
McCready slows us off the pace. And your race leader in trouble here in car number 1. Will it draw a Dave Warren Power Sports caution, DJ?
He is going to try to limp that car into the infield, but he's got a ways to go before he has an opening to make his way in, and that will bring out a Dave Warren Power Sports caution. There's only so many openings on the inside of the racetrack here at Port Royal Speedway, and it looks like maybe all 4 tires up on the race car. Ben Shelton, do you have a better view from your vantage point?
Well, I can tell you the team put all the tires back on the toolbox, and they're loading everything up. So they saw something go awry there. We'll see if we can get an update.
All right, we're going to take a look at the instant replay. It was showing you the battle back for about the 3rd spot, and here's Tim McCready out front. And right there, does something happen? Wow, to the 1 car, man. What a tough break. He had already stretched out to over a 1-second advantage, James.
We'll try to get word with the crew maybe what did happen as McCready goes down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. So we've got 4 in the book. So Morano inherit the lead. It'll be Thornton, O'Neal, Alberson, and Max your top 5. And as the 1 car comes down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
Yeah, the crew is going to go down there and take a look at it, but it kind of sounds like that. Unfortunately, it may be determined when you see there taking the hood off of the number 1 car. Ben?
Yeah, the hood's coming off. Team owner Mark Richards down here taking a look and just trying to determine what it is. Again, guys, if we get any update, we'll let you know.
All right, thanks a lot. Well, James, I know that you said it was maybe too early for the Todd Steel Building's Hard Charger update, so I'll do a 1.2 version of the Todd Steel Building's Hard Charger. 4 laps into this race, Jimmy Owens has gone from 19th to 12th. He's already up 7 spots.
Good call on that one. 4 down, 36 to go. Again, tomorrow night we run for 50K, tonight 10K. Got to remember also that 4th spot in the points because O'Neal will now be 3rd, and they were separated by not all that much of a distance there heading into tonight. And again, it is full championship points here tonight, DJ.
Yep, that it is. Again, a $10,000 payday awaits the winner of this one, so Hudson O'Neal in 3rd. Ben, down to you.
Yeah, they're not totally sure. Obviously, something under the hood. They think possible valve spring issue, something along those lines. As they're tough break. Leader out of this one here tonight.
All right, Ben, thanks a lot for that insight. Again, yellow lights have been turned off. Devin Moran has inherited the lead now. Ricky Thornton Jr. 2nd. Again, chooses outside. We were just saying Hudson O'Neal up to 3rd. He'll be on the inside lane on this restart. 4 laps scored, 36 laps to go in the Rumble by the River presented by UNOH Opener here on a Friday night at Port Royal, Pennsylvania.
Trinag Solutions restart zone. Here comes Moran looking for his 7th win of the year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Thorne to follow him. O'Neal on the bottom into 1. Alberson runs in 4th. Max gets it going in the 111. Davenport up top as Moran will lead him into turn number 3.
Devin Moran in that Roger Sellers own Double Down Motorsports number 99. Gonna be your new race leader officially, this time by at the stripe. Tim McCready out of this one after leading the first 3 laps, and there's the battle for the 2nd spot. Ricky Thornton Jr. has it. Hudson O'Neal trying to take it away.
And Dalton Wilson dig at the bottom. That brand new Radliff 18D Longhorn. They go side by side with Garrett down the main straightaway. It's still Devin Moran 6 in the books. Moran a 1.2 second advantage out of turn number 2. Good battle for 3rd between O'Neal, Alberson, and Dalton Wilson. Then you have Davenport, Max Blair, Drake Troutman, and Mason Ziegler, who's up to 9th. And 10th runs Alex Ferree. And Owens is up to 11th.
Yeah, Jimmy Owens continues his march through the field. He started 19th. He's worked his way up to the 11th spot in this one. 7 laps in the books. Moran, RTJ, Hudson O'Neal. Things starting to get frisky back there for in the battle for the 4th spot and the battle for the 6th spot. That's Garrett Alberson and Dalton Wilson going at it for position number 4. Jonathan Davenport and Max Blair going at it for position number 6. And you see him as they fanned out down the front straightaway 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. They're from 4th all the way back to 10th. We're trying to get the 12 box up for you. That's right.
Moran now tries to stretch it out down the main straightaway as he works lap number 9. For the Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports team, we've got a car slowing in the middle of the back straightaway. Will he make it to the pit area? does.
It's going to be the 63 of Andrew Yoder in that Nathan Long car. So Yoder going to call it a race in this one. As there's a look at Mason Ziegler trying to work his way through the field. James in the 25Z. Ziegler's worked his way up to the 8th spot just in front of him. Jonathan Davenport trying to pick his way through the field in the 49 as well. He dropped back early on. JD now knocking on the back door of Dalton Wilson. That's a battle for 5th as they come through turns 3 and 4.
And then right behind him, here comes Ziegler on the outside of Blair down the straightaway. Man, that was close. Blair fanned out. Ziegler gets a run into 1. Ziegler's got a good hot rod down the back straightaway. He will try to clear Max Blair as they go side by side, and in front of them, Troutman and the 49 go side by side.
And it's actually, I believe it's Dalton Wilson.
No,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep, it's okay.
How can I miss the big perm?
I know the big perm, the curls are flopping in the breeze there as he's got that entry right now, battling for a top 5 spot with Jonathan Davenport. Ziegler from 14th up to 7th. Now Jimmy Owens from 20th up to 10th. 12 laps scored in this one. And there's a look at that battle for the 5th position. Good, hard, clean racing between Davenport and Wilson.
Wilson on the bottom. Podium finish at Lernerville, the Castro Flow Racing Not in America event on Wednesday night. Davenport has the advantage up top, and I tell you, Devin Moran looking good at 99. 13 laps in the book, still 27 to go into turn 1 as he will pick up the tail end of the field out of turn 2.
Ricky Thornton Jr. remains in the 2nd spot. He's 1.2 seconds back of your race leader. There's the battle on the right side of your screen for 5th between Davenport and Dalton Wilson on the left side of your screen. Race leader Devin Moran picking his way through the back of the field.
Lap 15, 25 to go. Now Thornton almost got into the wall in turn number 2. He'll straighten it out down the back straightaway. As we got Boone Briggs off the pace out of the race as they clear Corey Lawler. Now Devin Moran a little bit of breathing room off of turn number 4 down the back straightaway. Here comes Thornton and here comes O'Neill.
I mean, this battle between Dalton Wilson and Jonathan Davenport is something else. They remain side by side. Just behind that duo on your screen, the 2 blue cars, the 71 of Hudson O'Neill, the 58 of Garrett Alberson. It's a great shot down the back straightaway, and the gap between 3rd and 4th place O'Neill and Alberson, and then that 5th place battle between Dalton Wilson and Jonathan Davenport.
Jimmy Owens up to 9th. Ziegler is up to 7th in the 25Z as Wilson has cleared Davenport into 1. You see that there. Now he'll set his sights on Alberson and O'Neill. Meanwhile, the distance has not gotten any closer between the 20 RT and Moran. Moran still off at turn number 4 down the main straightaway as we score 18 here tonight.
18 laps in the books in this one. There's a look back through the field as well. That's 8th place Max Blair in the 111. He just worked his way back by Mason Ziegler in the 25Z. So Ziegler, who was up to 7th, is falling back to 8th. And there's Jimmy Owens, the early Todd Steel Building's hard charger candidate. J.O., a couple laps shy of halfway, has gone from 20th up to 9th, and he's trying to take 8th away from Mason Ziegler.
One of our first appearances here. Owens had the lead and had an issue with the rear of that car, did not finish. Right there you see the 157 of Mike Marlar. Marlar right now running in that 10th spot in that Skyline Motorsports entry. As Devin Moran continues to lead. It's about a 2nd lead as they go into turn number 1 as it starts to close. Yep. And here comes Thornton to the outside, and here comes O'Neill in 71. Moran now may be in trouble down the back straightaway into turn 3 as they close the gap on him.
Moran's had to adjust his line, James. I've been watching that battle up front. Moran's had to adjust his line a little bit over the course of the last couple laps because of lap traffic. And that's enabled not only Ricky Thornton Jr. to close in, but Hudson O'Neill as well. As there they are. There's the lead trio on your screen with 4th place Garrett Alberson kind of popping in and out of your living rooms as well as Ricky Thornton Jr. He actually closed it down to 7/10 of a second last time. Moran going to try to put a little bit more gap on him this time. We'll see what it is this time at the halfway point. Or no, just past halfway. 1 second, Devin Moran over RTJ and Hudson O'Neill.
That berm going into 1's a little treacherous there now behind the 119 of Bernheisel in front of the 2J. There are Weavers. Moran will split them. That'll open up some breathing room. He has clear track down the main straightaway. He tries to clear the 2-time Port Royal winner this year, Justin Weaver. But I'm telling you, going into turn 1, there's a healthy berm, and O'Neill just jumped it right there.
Yeah, when you said healthy, I thought you were going to say it was something else. But Devin Moran picking and choosing his lines as Ricky Thornton Jr. tries to work by Brian Bernheisel right there, unable to do so, and that's going to open up the door for Hudson O'Neal. Hud with a run down to the inside. O'Neal going to take that slider line away, and here comes Hudson O'Neal back down to the inside. Side by side for second down the backstretch. This happens a second and a half behind your race leader, Devin Moran. Here comes the 58 of Garrett Alverson.
Good battle for second on back. It's all Moran right now. No lap cars between himself and the battle here side by side into turn one. O'Neal on the bottom against that wall. He'll slide up the track, and the defending race winner, Hudson O'Neal's going to take second. Over Thornton, Alverson. As they head down the back straightaway, that it's Dalton Wilson, Davenport, and Max Blair. But right now, Moran, DJ, 14 laps to go in this race, and it's almost a 2-second advantage right now.
Hudson O'Neal was able to cut a little bit off of it. We'll see if he's got anything from the Dresden, Ohio driver, as Devin Moran is going to work by Justin Weaver in the 2J. That'll be one lap car between himself and Hudson O'Neal. Hudson O'Neal's got a good line up there on the extreme outside of the racetrack. We'll see this time by Hud cuts another 3/10 off the advantage. 13 laps to go. Hudson O'Neal trying to close in. Weaver off the pace. He's going to pull the 2J into the infield and we stay green.
Off in turn number 4, Devin Moran, the Big River Steel C&W Trucking Lazy Days RV. O'Neal trying to cut it down. Last time it was 1.1. This time it's what, 0.8 of a second, right? 9/10.
9/10 of a second.
Off in turn number 2, down the back straightaway.
Here comes Garrett Alverson, meanwhile, in a battle for the third spot as the Las Cruces, New Mexico native has a run down to the inside of Ricky Thornton Jr. RTJ, trying to keep the momentum going on the high side in that Bobby and Jessica Kohler Motorsports entry. But the driver of the Ken and Beth Roberts Racing, number 58, has another good run down on the bottom. This happens 0.8 of a second behind your second place car, Hudson O'Neal. They're all closing in a little bit on Devin Moran. It's going to get interesting.
This thing stays green, DJ.
PSG.
Here they come behind the tail end of the field. Carson Ferguson. There's the top 4 right here all together in the 1. Moran, O'Neal, Thornton. Alverson now may have a run on RTJ out of 2 down the back straightaway as Thornton goes in front of him. Alverson with the crossover down the back straightaway. Garrett dives to the bottom looking for his second straight podium finish. They're side by side for third as they close on Devin Moran down the main straightaway.
Yeah, Hudson O'Neal's closing on Devin Moran, and that duo is closing on Hudson O'Neal. You're going to have the top 4 all right together and all in the back of the field. Yes, please. Please, please, give me a big old PSG, James. We need it right here. 8 laps to go this time by Alverson. You see him. He momentarily clears Ricky Thornton Jr. Hudson O'Neal closing in on Devin Moran. We're going to have a dandy finish here at Port Royal tonight.
Out at turn number 2, they go side by side. O'Neal trying to get on the brake. Now he's on the gas down the back straightaway. Here comes Alverson. Garrett Alverson, could tonight be the night? Started in 4th, Garrett to the bottom. He's got a good hot rod. This thing is far from over. Any of those top 4 could win this down the main straightaway.
Boy, Hudson O'Neal gets a really good run coming off corner number 4, just unable to capitalize down in 1 and 2. And here comes Garrett Alverson, side by side for the lead. Alverson right there as well. 7 laps to go. Hudson O'Neal throws a slider on Devin Moran in turns 3 and 4. He clears him and somehow keeps it in the ballpark. Hudson O'Neal to the lead with 6 to go.
Yeah, and Moran stumbled a little bit there. So O'Neal out in front. Now he'll slip wide in turn 2. Here comes Moran, here comes Alverson, here comes Thornton. Meanwhile, Davenport is 5th. They're all on the same straightaway, then Dalton Wilson. O'Neal throws it in on a lap car to get together. And there is a problem with O'Neal. Is that?
No, I believe it's the lap car. O'Neal's got damage on the
Moran's
rear
taking
of
the
race
lead
car.
back. Moran has taken the lead back.
He did. He grabbed the lead back, and the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. It was Colton Flinner that he got into.
Oh, man.
Oh, and that was getting interesting. And that's an understatement.
There's the damage on the former Series Rookie of the Year, former track champion.
You thought for a moment that maybe Garrett Alverson might have something to drive by both of them, but instead Moran reclaims the lead. Unofficially, 5 laps to go here in this one. And with just 5 laps to go, it will be a single file restart. Of course, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, 40 laps left. Here's a look at your Flow Racing Instant Replay. In a 40-lap race, anything with 5 laps or less is a single file restart. Anything over 40 laps. And there, O'Neal tried to clear him with a slider, and they made heavy contact. Alberson not there to capitalize, but Moran was.
So the last 3 laps, we've had 2 different leaders. Moran led the first 33 laps of this race. O'Neal led lap 34, and then Moran leads lap 35. As we mentioned, when the Lucas Oil Rules 40-lap main event, 5 or less laps to go. It's a single file restart, Ben Shelton.
Well, don't forget McCready led until he broke, so you had him early. Also, Hudson tonight is going for his 30th career win. It would be ironic if he gets it tonight because Bobby Pierce got his 30th World of Outlaws win tonight. So you talk about this next generation of drivers. Man, there's some exciting wheelmen out there. And right now, one of them leads the way, Devin Moran, staying persistent. But is Garrett Alberson, does he have the best car?
Man,
I don't know if he wanted to see the caution or not.
I don't think he did.
It's right there. All right, DJ, you're still under caution. So it'll be Moran, O'Neal, Alberson, Thornton, Davenport. Still Jimmy Owens, Todd Steele building hard charger. Is that what you have?
He's up 11 spots. Started back in the 19th starting position. He's worked his way up to 8th. Clay Harris has worked his way from 17th up to 11th.
Hey, guys, I think Jimmy Owens may have a tire going down. His crew down here is getting it. Yeah, they're pulling a tire down. They're trying to get his attention to get him, and he is down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Jimmy Owens, and it looks like a new left rear tire is going on that number 20. Man, what a heartbreak. So he had a great run going here tonight.
Man, oh man.
So you had basically the top 5. They're all on the same straightaway there on that completed lap. So Devin Moran back out in front. He'll have clear traffic. I'd say he probably won't get to the tail end of the field here with 5 to go. So
you got to wonder how much the damage on Hudson O'Neal's right rear as well is going to affect that car on a big racetrack like this. Jimmy Owens' crew down there. There they go. They got the new left rear tire on the race car. It's off the jack.
Kurt Owens and Mullet, a.k.a. Jeff Strope, down there. So Devin Moran, 5 laps to go. Again, we'll talk to the top 3, Ben will, in the Big River Steel podium here in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Garrett Alberson. The last time around, I'm not sure who the fastest car was. Obviously, he was one of those. He might just go around the outside of both of them and win this race for Garrett Alberson.
Yeah.
Would that be something?
The race fan in me, the race fan in me, and I don't care who wins any of these races. Man, the race fan in me wanted me to that one to stay green. It was so good up front. Hey, but we got 5 laps. It could be really good again. Devin Moran, Hudson O'Neal, and Garrett Alberson leading to the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone.
Down the main straightaway, Alberson to the outside. He'll do the crossover. O'Neal, they'll go into 1. Garrett's going to throw it into turn number 2. He'll drift up the track. Alberson goes to 2nd. He makes it stick. O'Neal back to 3rd. Oh, Garrett Alberson. Can he do it on the bottom? He dives in on Moran. 4 to go. Out of turn 4 at Dandy at Port Royal.
Oh, it's tonight the night. Oh, another Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag. Oh, no.
Mike Marlar slowing here on the main straightaway in the 157.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. A tear off off of someone's race car hit the drone, and the drone crashed. From the "you can't make this up" files. Unbelievable. Mike Marlar slowed. Well, oh my gosh, we have a replay. Oh.
You know what that means, though? That'll negate the pass for 2nd because we'll go back. That lap was not. It's the leader plus 3 in the Lucas Oil Series. We didn't get a single car. Ben Shelton.
And R.C. Whitwell on the sticks down here. Garrett Alberson's crew chief. He stood up on top of the 4-wheeler, put the sticks in there, and waved them around his head like, just rail the top. See what you got. So we'll keep an eye if that's where the 58 goes on this restart.
And for Garrett Alberson, it's almost to this point. Dale Earnhardt Daytona 500-ish. You know, remember back at Wheatland,
right?
He had that huge lead in a caution with like a 3-second lead in a caution with 2 to go. Out front here, stuff that you can't make up, you know. But still 5 laps to go in this one. Moran, O'Neal, Alberson, Thornton, Davenport, the top 5. Dalton Wilson, Max Blair, Jimmy Owens, Mason Ziegler, Mike Marlar. And Marlar slow here on the front straightaway, rounds out the top 10.
So again, it'll be Moran, as you mentioned, Moran, O'Neill, Albertson, Thornton, Davenport, Wilson, Max Blair. Then it's going to be Ziegler. Marlar was in 10th, and he's still under the power now. He gets
There
going.
he goes.
And then you have Clay Harris, who now will be in the top 10.
Yeah, and Clay Harris now kind of...
Owens had his flat, had to go to the back end of the lead lap cars.
Yeah, Clay Harris will right now inherit that Todd Steele Building's hard charger, leading candidate there. As he started back at, I think, 17th or 18th, worked his way, as you said, up inside the top 10. Yellow lights now turned off. We'll try it again this time. 35 scored, 5 to go. Moran, O'Neill, Albertson, your top 5.
Here we go. Restart, Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. 5 laps to go. Whose race is it going to be here? Moran. Now Garrett Albertson, he's going to throw caution to the wind. Dustin Jarrett down the back straightaway. He'll lose a little bit of ground, but he has the momentum down the back straightaway to turn 3.
He gets a monster run down the back straightaway and is going to throw a slider on Hudson O'Neill in turns 3 and 4. He'll clear him. O'Neill try to cross him over. Can't do it. Albertson the second. 4 to go.
Into turn number 1. Albertson now, what does he do now? Does he keep it down low? Here comes O'Neill, tries back. Davenport has moved into 4th. Thornton has lost a couple of spots. Moran trying to pull away. They'll have 3 to go. Garrett Albertson's going to throw it in. He's got some momentum at turn number 4, Dustin. 3 to go for $10,000.
Garrett Albertson, he's closing the gap on Devin Moran. Is tonight the night? He chooses a different line this time in turns 1 and 2. Going to try to get that run down the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. Moran the leader. Albertson second. Where does Albertson go? He comes back down to the inside of the racetrack. Off corner number 4 this time. 2 laps to go. Garrett Albertson is there.
Into turn number 1, Moran trying to protect it. Albertson on the lane lower. They try to go side by side into turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Garrett will lose his momentum. They have pulled away from the rest of the field. They will head to the Barrett's Performance. 1 lap to go. A Hail Mary. Now Moran drifts way up top. Here comes Albertson. The Barrett's Performance. 1 lap to go. Dustin Jarrett. Can Albertson do it?
Albertson's going to go to the outside in turns 1 and 2. Moran, will he leave him a lane? He does, but Albertson slips up. They're going to head down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4 for the final time, James. Moran goes low. Albertson goes lower. Moran gets too high. It's going to be a drag race to the line. And go! It's unofficial at the line.
He did it.
It's unofficial until Lucas takes a look at the live timing
Till it
and checks
becomes
the
official.
transponders.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and
Garrett
gentlemen,
Albertson.
it's official by 9 1/1000ths of a second. He is finally a winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, Garrett Albertson!
Even a drone couldn't stop him, right? He had to refocus.
Oh, man.
And then now he's got to go to the UNOH scales. Check droop, check weight. You get a pound per lap burn off, so instead of 2350, you can weigh 2310. What a finish. Hey,
Oh, man.
if you love this, come on out tomorrow night. Perfect weather day to see this live and in person. And Garrett Albertson, unofficially the 14th different winner this year. And Ben, what is that, the 92nd?
92nd and 882 events. And if that doesn't get your heart pumping, you don't have a pulse.
Oh, man.
Wow, what a race. I mean, just a great show by those top 3. And yeah, Port Royal, we say it kind of like I-80. It's a big track that races like a bull ring.
Yes,
you just saw it right there.
4 different leaders in this race. And the final turn of the final lap, right?
Yes.
Moran drifts up high. It's like, so unofficially, Moran second, O'Neill, Davenport, Thornton, Wilson, Blair, Ziegler, Marlar, Eckert 10th. Oh, man.
9 1/1000ths of a second, the margin of victory. And, you know, we said at East Bay when Dalton Wilson won the finale that it was maybe one of the most anticipated victories in the history of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And when Big Perm got that one out of the way, I think a lot of eyes shifted to that guy right there, Garrett Alberson.
R.C. Whitwell has made quite a difference. Longtime racer himself, crew chief. I believe Danny's probably still at home. Baby due coming up in a few weeks, right?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
You're going to go to 58 for slickest move?
I mean,
slicker graphics, slickest. We got to be, right?
Got to be Garrett Alberson. It's got to be. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Hard luck for McCready, no doubt about it, with the lead breaks.
Yeah.
And
It's clear.
50, it's
official. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes. Not only, I'll say it, not only one of the most anticipated victories in series history.
He earned it.
He earned it. And if you don't know Garrett Alberson, folks, he, R.C. Whitwell, Garrett's wife, Danny, Ken and Beth Roberts, truly some of the nicest people you will ever meet, you will ever talk to. And that's why this is one of the most anticipated wins, as you see some crews down there giving him a high five. That's awesome, man.
That's what it's all about. And he's done it the right way. He quit racing for a while to go crew, to build race cars, to turn wrenches. He came back when the opportunity presented itself. And Ken and Beth Roberts, you can't say enough about that team. This is a feel-good win. When he pulls into Lucas Oil Victory Lane, gets out of this carport. Oil Victory Lane, the 92nd different winner in series history, the 14th different VLAN feature winner this year. And this is a big one down here. The crew's down here, R.C. Whitwell, crew chief, everybody's worked their butts off. And we're going to wait on Garrett to climb out of this race car. The driver, the Ken and Beth Roberts, number 58, makes history here tonight at Port Royal as officially a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature winner. $10,000 Sunoco checkered flag about to be in hand, and probably one of the more lively victory lanes you're ever going to see. Race fans, let him hear it. Garrett Alberson wins here tonight. The confetti flies, and he stands atop his number 58 as he hops down. Gonna get him in front of the race car right now. Garrett, let's get up here, brother. Garrett, you have finally won one of these races. What do you feel like in this moment?
Oh man, it is. This is everything. This is. I mean, winning's not everything, but I mean, we tried so hard. We put so much time, and Ken's put so much money into all this, and RC, Thomas, Danny, just everybody that's ever put time into this thing. Gosh, it's so cool. And what a cool race with Ricky and Hud and Devin there. Gosh, yeah, just thank the Lord. This is a true blessing right here. Man, I don't even know what to say. This is. I've been wanting this for a long time, since as long as I can remember.
You went high, you went low, you went all points in between. But going into 3 and 4, Devin drives us off in there. You probably seen catch the wall a little bit. What goes through your mind in this home stretch coming to the checkered flag?
Well, as soon as I thought he was going to cut my lane off right there. As soon as he went out, I said, just don't turn this wheel, keep this thing as straight as possible, don't spin the tires. And then once we come off of 4 there, I had a little edge there, and I just pulled her down in the mud and just floorboarded her and hope for the best. And man, what a cool track. You don't get to do stuff like that at other tracks. It gives you so much room, so much creativity and stuff like that. This Roberts Motorsports Longhorn was awesome. It was such a fun race.
Garrett, you tried so hard, you've been so close to heartbreaker back at the Show Me 100 on a prelim night. Did you ever start to question, am I ever going to win one of these?
Yeah, you no doubt it. It's like, man, am I just jinxed, or am I doing something wrong in my mind? You know, because we got the car, we got the people, we got all the equipment. Yeah, no, I just didn't give up, and I got great people that don't give up on me and just believe in me. And thank you to my wife for pushing me all the time. She is, anyone that knows my wife, she's the toughest person on this earth, and she never lets me give up and never lets me get down on myself. And yeah, just thank the Lord, and got to thank Bill Stein Shocks, Sunoco Race Fuels, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Rower Machine and Welding, Bill's Sport Shop, Dunright TV, A1 Performance Warehouse. They got us some really cool looking suits, Fast Shaft, Swift Springs, all the Sims family, all the people connected to us. Man, just super special. Clements Automotive, Glenn builds an amazing motor. yeah, just thanks again to my guys. They've been working their butts off, and this is awesome.
No more questions. No more when's it going to come. That's out of the way. Tomorrow night, 50,000's easy, right?
Yeah, no problem, right? No, this car is really good. I'm really looking forward to it.
Race fans, how about it? Garrett Alberson makes history here tonight at Port Royal. First time ever Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature winner atop the Big River Steel podium. Second on the Big River Steel podium, Devin Moran. And Devin, have you maybe ever felt more better about running second than you do, and knowing how hard Garrett's worked and knowing what that feeling is like to get this first one?
Yeah, I mean, it's bittersweet because I'm good buddies with Garrett and them and happy for them, but I felt like I had that one in the bag and I just messed up in 3 and 4 and pushed and shoved and got up into the cushion too hard and came back down. And just a really good race, and Steve and all them guys here at Port Royal do a great job with the racetrack, and we raced all over it, you know. And when it's got them patchy spots like that, you can move around and race really good. But seriously, congrats to Ricky and RC and all of them. I know Danny's at home, so it's bummed she isn't here for Garrett's first win, but good job to all of them guys. They did a great job.
It did seem like as the race went on, you had your hands full a little bit more. What do you take away from tonight that you may change a little bit on the car for tomorrow night?
Yeah, same problem we've really been having here the last couple of weeks. Just haven't had a great balance. You know, we've had good speed early so we can get out front, but then as the race goes on, I just get worse and worse and can't circle the corner very well. So we just got to, me and Chuck and Mason and DK got to put our heads together and think about what we got to do. But all in all, a huge shout out to all my crew guys, my beautiful wife, and Leighton, her little cousin's here hanging out with us. But Roger Sellers with Double Down Motorsports, Robbie, Casey, Connor back at home. He might be in bed by now, but well, just want to thank them, Lazy Days RV, Big River Steel, C&W Trucking, VP Race Fuels. You know, I always forget VP, and they're a great supporter of us. Red Oak Pub, CarSourceAuto.com, McHugh's, Bill Stein Shocks, GE Auto Sales. I have so many great sponsors and friends and family that support me, so I can't thank them all enough, and see if we can get 50 grand tomorrow.
Race fans, Devin Moran, second here tonight on the Big River Steel podium, rounding out the Big River Steel podium. Also in the Big River Steel number 71, Hudson O'Neill. And Huddy, I'm just going to ask, 5 or 6 to go coming out of turn 4 in lap traffic. What happened there, man?
Just had an oopsie, I guess. No, I went in there and I thought I was going to have a good run, and I just hit that little bit of hole, and it upset and unstuck my right rear, and I just kind of took off sliding. And yeah, so it definitely, I felt like probably cost me the race. But all in all, it's awesome to come here, have good speed, and especially with big pain race here tomorrow. So we're really looking forward to it and make some minute changes, and hopefully we'll be staying up here on the podium again tomorrow.
You're really good at this place. You're in contention for another win tonight. What is it about Port Royal that fits your driving style?
I don't know. You know, I didn't grow up on big half miles or anything, but yeah, ever since I've been coming here, this place has just fit me really good, and I enjoy coming here every year. So just can't thank all my guys, Burrows, Tharp, Nick, my girlfriend up there selling T-shirts, Darla, everybody that's a part of this deal, and Todd Burns, Vicky Burns, SSI Motorsports, and Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Bobcat of Batesville, Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis, Bob and Tammy Burton, just everybody that's a part of this deal. I know I'm forgetting a bunch. Dino One, Big River Steel, of course, they've been awesome, and it was awesome to go down there and be to Batesville and be a part of their whole group. So looking forward to tomorrow, and we'll see what we Midwest Sheet Metal. Can't forget Chris.
Yeah, you gotta take care.
You got to take care of Chris. So appreciate you guys, and see everybody tomorrow.
All right, guys. Hudson O'Neill, he rounds out the Big River Steel podium. I think we've also got a 50-50 ticket we're going to grab at some point. Right now, though, we're going to toss it back up top. What a night down here at Port Royal.
Absolutely. What a night indeed. James, what do you got there for us?
Well, Todd Steelbidding's hard charger to be in Carson Ferguson. The Coleman Farms fastest lap of the race, that was Tim McCready, who led the first 4 laps of this race. The most laps led was Devin Moran. He led 34 of the 40 laps. We had 4 different leaders in this race. The Wildwood Brakes lucky 7th place finisher was Max Blair. The Deathridge Opticians lucky 13th was Carson Ferguson. And the Sunoco Racer Gas was Garrett Alberson.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your Lucas Oil race recap and see exactly how we got to this point and what was yet another, I feel like we say it every time we hear, yet another highly entertaining night at the Speed Palace, Port Royal, Pennsylvania.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, it just reminds me of I-80 at races. You see there early on the battle there. And Again, McCready led the first 4 laps, mechanical issues out of the race. There's O'Neal throwing it in there, but eventually got into Colton Flinner right there while leading. So he went back to second, and there you see Moran took the lead back, Dustin, but we had a drone get hit by a tear-off, and it didn't matter for Garrett Albertson, what it. He might have ran out of tear-offs anyway. It might have been one of his tear-offs. Who knows?
Who knows?
He comes home with a victory, DJ. Congratulations, man. A feel-good victory.
Changed his line a few times, and right there, as they come down to the line, 9 1/1000ths of a second. We had a real good idea Albertson had it. We had to double-check with Lucas officials to make sure that it was official, and it was official. And there you see him down there with the trophy. Devin Moran, Hudson O'Neal down there shaking his hand, congratulating him. And Ben Shelton, for your final thoughts, man, that right there is what a night of racing is all about.
That's why we all spend so much time away from our families. This is why the drivers, the crews, even the announcers, this is why we do it, for these moments. And we've had these moments this year. We saw Dalton Wilson have it at East Bay. We saw Drake Troutman at Lernerville tonight, Garrett Albertson, and we still got a lot of racing to go in the year, but we got $50,000 on the line tomorrow night, and a huge shout out to Port Royal Speedway in this racing surface. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it absolutely was. James, we talked about it a long time, man, and tonight it finally happened. How about that? Garrett Albertson in victory lane.
Well, I picked him. But I picked him. Well, you and I have picked him several times, and he finally did it. Hey, don't forget, fans, autograph session tomorrow afternoon in the building.
Yeah.
Get you a Garrett Albertson shirt tomorrow if you can.
Absolutely. By the way,
from all these drivers.
Don't go anywhere. We still got two big features to go. We still got a $6,000 to win limited late model feature coming up next. We got a 20-lapper for the modifieds coming up next. Is still a lot of racing left to go here at Port Royal.
And if you partaked in tonight's 50-50, we do have the winning 50 ticket. It is a white ticket, winning number 496503. Once again, tonight's winning 50-50 ticket is a white ticket, winning number 496503. If you have the winning 50-50 ticket, you can go claim your prize at the Speedway office. It is worth $2,547. So once again, one more time, the winning 50-50 ticket tonight is a white ticket, winning number 496503. If you have the winning ticket, you can go claim your prize at the Speedway office. Well, with that being said, and as victory lane ceremonies start to conclude here on night number 1 of the Rumble by the River presented by the University of Northwestern Ohio, UC, the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models making their way out onto the racetrack.